So to no one's surprise, the very, very lovely gift of a chatelaine is, of course, very lovely. However, oh my god, where's the pocket? This did not survive the first outing. Well, it did, but... So as you know, I have been putting myself through the utter misery that is listening to every album that has come up on the Have You Listened to This Album poll blog. And look what has been coming up. This isn't the only one. There's been quite a few Take That albums. And to be fair, they do have some good songs. But like, this is not going to be fun. So I know what I'm going to be listening to while I retype up this fucking thing. Yeah. We're about halfway there and I don't gotta pay attention to it because it's Take That. And I do know it pretty well. Okay, since you're going to insist on doing that, obviously I cannot play you any of the songs, but I just noticed one of the tracks in this is Prey, and I do actually quite like that. I have a soft spot for that. And what was that one that they did when the Stardust movie? I know, we're not talking about Neil Gaiman, but when that movie came out, I think they did a song for it, and that was quite nice. No. Okay, so I was really annoyed by all the Take That coming up, and then the Robbie Williams stuff coming up. I feel a lot kinder towards it now. So here is where my brain has got stuck. Once you publish, once you put anything out into the world, you no longer have control over it. You no longer have control over how people interpret it, how they will see it, how they will react to it. And so that's why I didn't put no AI scraping on my thing, because part of me just like, well, people will do what they will do. Which isn't really a great reason for not putting it in, I guess. But that's where my brain is stopping. I just got rejected for benefits. However, so the panic is panicking. So I have friends who know that I do YouTube. Some of them I've met through YouTube. Others, it's just whatever it is. I thought that joke in the January vlog was very funny. But the joke was that I pulled my top off. And that, people might think they were about to get an eyeful. I left it in as a joke because I thought that's funny. I didn't consider what it might be like to view it. And now I know. And now I'm having to face that I have friends who watch. Like, I'm having to actually think about the fact that I have friends who watch my videos. I don't know if I'm kind of ready to go and watch anything Critical Role again. The disappointment from Campaign 3 is just like that intense. And it's not just that I didn't like it, because that's one thing. It's the fact that it was done so badly. Which is a shame, and I understand why, or at least I understand why it could have happened. And I'm attributing a lot of that to probably burnout and miscommunication, but it's still... But everybody who did not like it watched not Divergence. Is it Divergence? It's whatever the mini campaign is now. And it's so funny to watch this like 4-episode miniseries do what this like several years long campaign could not. But also it sounds like exactly the kind of things that I want to watch, and exactly the kind of thing that I kind of need right now. So the original plan was to watch the first 3 episodes in time for the last episode to come out, except I slept all day, so that's not going to happen. So I was also worried that this was going to overlap a little bit in like relations, and maybe a little bit in themes with the second 7 and 7 project, which for reasons that do not belong in this video, it hasn't, which is actually a pleasant surprise. I didn't think it was going to be, but that leaves me free to view it without any panic that I might end up just cribbing something that I shouldn't. Do you see this shit? Because we didn't. 2 years we've stayed in Brick Lane now, and we've never seen it. I can't. Listen, it's probably for the best, yeah, but like, come on. I do love Mum. I feel like I don't need to be told to remove the packaging, however. I feel like I'm not that bad. Now, is steak, bacon, ramen, cup ramen a healthy dinner? No, but I am tired and I am hungry. And I really want something nice because I've been putting off listening to the Beach Boys album. And I might as well. Okay, update. There are 5 volumes of that. We're not doing that. We can just skip the Beach Boys entirely. You know what is good music go? Igor with the 3 R's. So that's an interesting development. It has not been a month, and already that about is just. So it is not wrong, but you know, after years of being like, oh, I'm kind of teetering on the edge of burnout. I am no longer really on the edge of burnout. I announced my retirement of my book blog yesterday. I still have to review. It's funny. I posted my my retirement, and then I discovered that the author who last week asked me to review her book and then did not answer finally answered, and I'm now reviewing that book. So that's two obligations that I have for next month. For my own sake, I want to keep up WWW Wednesday, which is what did you read, what are you currently reading, what are you reading next. Just because I like to kind of see where I am, and I like the chance to write down my thoughts. But I saw people posting about a readathon next month, and all I could think was, I don't even want to write a TBR. I don't want to think about books. I don't want to write about books. And I think that's why I have not finished any book for Middle Grade March. These are children's books. They are so easy to get through, and I can't do it. I don't have it in me. I also kind of joked about, oh, the only way I can make myself do things is to give myself a deadline, is to turn it into work, to try and monetize it. And I love books so much, and I don't want to hate them now the way that I hate my blog. And I think the reason why I spent so much time last month talking about music when I don't usually do that is it's just something that I love that I haven't turned into work yet, and I don't know how I feel about talking about music now because of that. It's fun, and I can't seem to see the line between this is fun and this is currently fun, and oh no, I've crossed it now and it's not fun, and I hate things that brought me joy. I don't think YouTube is going to be abandoned. I have a project that I wanted to do next month, and it is book related. I bought the damn book for it. I said I wasn't gonna, and then I did. And a part of me is still looking forward to that. But I still have some excitement for projects for the channel, and I don't know, because I think it was February or January when I talked about Red Note and being like, oh, this is the first time I've had fun really just filming and editing and not having it be work, which is why I haven't linked that account anywhere. You don't need to know who I am there. I don't want crossover, and maybe everything needs to come down in order for things to get good again, but I don't know, and I don't really want that. I need to go to sleep. Why are you doing this to me? Oh, she's so cute. Guys, this scene was this early. Oh, they really this early. Is that still? I have to see. Surely not. It is. This can't be the same live stream, can it? Oh, you fucking Wi-Fi. I mean, it's close to the end, and I know we were on like episode 13 out of 30 something, but that can't be, is it? So I went straight back to episode 1 after the end, and I am listen, I love, but I am at least a little bit sensible. Also, this has like the most beautiful opening. Listen, I too have had a brain blip here and there, but the album tourney posting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in one day, and then saying that it's going to post every day. Why? Why would you do that? So I think this is nicely matching at least. I've slept like 2 hours. Sometimes for no reason at all other than the chronic illness. My sleep schedule just decides to switch up, and it means that every now and then I can only sleep for like an hour or two, and it's really frustrating. Or maybe I'm just excited. That also does it. might have been the first Westlife song I ever heard. It's so weird. Out of all of the boy bands, because there's a lot of boy bands coming up right now. Boyzone, which I never really liked that much, and Take That had their phase, but I think I kind of like Westlife.
See my eyes.
I think that there's the Canada goose.
Uh-huh.
Do you agree?
It's really interesting if you like, because Barrio is neighborhood, and I wouldn't have naturally translated that to like local, but in hindsight that's quite, yeah, I can see that. It's really funny that like my paranoia about liking songs and languages that I don't know is probably going to teach me Spanish. Okay, so a light blue last night. Oh my god. Oh, it's buzzing so loud too. You see that? Where it's not connecting to the wall. That is also not connecting to the wall. I did bring this up pre-pandemic, but it's nice that we're finally doing something about that. I have been saving, I think, the last Boyzone album and 2 or 3 Westlife albums. But if we're moving on to Savage Garden, that's really exciting. So, like, I straight up stole one of Mum's Savage Garden albums, and I really liked it. I still have a soft spot for Truly Madly Deeply. I don't know if it holds up, and I'm a little bit dreading to see whether it has or not. But it had one of those songs that when I used to sneak out of the house when I was like 9 and 10, I would go and I'd sing it to the moon. And I don't remember what one that was. I'm gonna have to go and look that up now. But it was really nice. I have a lot of fun memories of them. At the start of this year, I got published in Ashwell Gate, which was a TTRPG setting. I made a building and its inhabitant, and I'm currently working on a one shot with some friends, and I've been really excited about it, but I couldn't make it work, which was extremely frustrating. And I think I just had like a bolt of lightning. I love you, but I know you're subscribed to me. If you're watching, turn off now. The second hook is she has all of these silk paintings in her apothecary and in her home, and they're actually, like in Sanglang, they are doors, mirror dimensions kind of thing. And the idea was always like when they come in to ask about the job, she is like about to like dive in like a swimmer into a painting, and it just didn't work out because I thought, oh, that's going to be too high a difficulty rating for this. and I think I've got it actually. I think we're going to end the one shot on that. The one shot's going to be the first hook, which is, oh, I had a shipment and it's gone into the water supply, and we're having a little bit of trouble with it because of that. But when they come back at the end for the payment, it's just like a little nod to that element that I think would be really fun. Yeah, I'm really happy. It's such a relief as well, because it might be at the end of the month that we're running this. So, you know, if that's the case, I'm glad I've got it sorted. I do hope that this is going to be worth it, because this has been a mostly horizontal day and then I keep getting up to film. One of the reasons why this month has been so bad is because, God, I just got up to turn the radiator off. I can't breathe. One of the reasons why this month has been so bad is burnout, is because, I mean, just look at this channel. I saw someone say that they had become a fairy loot rep, and I was like, I want books. I want pretty books. And then I was like, I love sewing, so I'll do that on the channel. And I love books, so I'm gonna try and monetize my book blog. And I think I've been sitting here all day looking at this Tokyo Toys page, being like, but I can't monetize the YouTube channel, so I can't justify this. This is just losing money. But you know what? I really like this idea, and I've been sitting on it since last year when I was too unwell to do it. And like, who cares if it costs money? Everything costs money. This is something that I think would be a fun project, and that's the profit, I guess. Which means I'm gonna have to spend like the next month trying to rewire my brain to accept that, but okay, I guess. Okay, but tell me that doesn't look just like the cutest snack though. So like, I can see what it says, but I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it. So some of the flowers needed deadheading. So this afternoon I'm going to put some of the petals, the blossoms, in here, which doesn't really have anything growing in it at the moment. I'm not really using it as a growing one. I don't quite know what I'm gonna. We'll see. This one obviously does have growth. Several. Actually, probably needs it needs some water. And I just do that because I feel like. I feel like it's a little bit of a pick-me-up for them. Also, that way nothing really goes to waste. So I have always had a deep distrust of like health apps and all that, fitness trackers. Like, why would you want to give anyone that much data about you? But I don't know if it's just like overall fatigue with the chronic fatigue, or if this is just like a really sucky, what's the word, flare up or whatever it is. But I got the Visible app, so we will see how that goes. Genuinely, I don't know what happened here. It was in the bag, but when I was at Redacted's house, like, there was nothing. It was just sitting on the floor, and I was knitting, and I don't know why. They're grands, of course, so I hope we can fix them. So we did get it fixed in the end. We have a few teeth marks from what, pliers, I think, which is fine. It's just accruing life experience. I don't know. But yeah, it's fine. It's good. I feel less bad about all of it. Okay, so we're almost done with this, and I think I'm gonna go with 2.5 of the length of it for sewing up purposes. So at the end of the month, having listened to all of Westlife and Boyzone and most of Take That, you know, I don't like most of Westlife's albums because they're too boring. But it has cemented, if there were ever any doubt, that I am a boring ballad enjoyer. And I really like. I'm glad they have more upbeat songs for like their tours or whatever, but like, not for me. I am really hoping that this K-pop album thing keeps up though, because that's much more my speed and a little bit less embarrassing.